Okay, so in this one we're finding the equation of a line that goes through the point 1, 1 and is perpendicular to 3x take 2y equals 2. So let's just talk a bit about what perpendicular means first. Okay, the word perpendicular just means 90 degrees to. Okay, so let's say we have the first line. All right, the second line is going to be run at 90 degrees to this line. Okay, so these angles are all 90 degrees. So there's a special way that we can calculate the slope of a perpendicular line, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to calculate what the slope of this line is, because we need that to determine the slope of a perpendicular line. Okay, so first again, we need to rearrange it into the general form. The general form is y equals mx plus c. M is the slope, c is the y-intercept. So let's rearrange this one. So we've got 3x take 2y equals 2. So let's start by moving the 2y over. So we get 3x equals 2 plus 2y. And now move this 2 over. 3x take 2 equals 2y. And now we can just divide both sides by 2 to get y by itself. So we have 3x take 2 on 2 equals y. All right, now I'm going to write it in this form here. Y is equal to 3 on 2 times x, and 2 divided by 2 is just 1. Okay, there we go. So the slope then of this line is equal to the coefficient in front of the x, which is just 3 on 2 here. Now, to find the slope of a perpendicular line, there's two things we have to do. And you can just call it one thing, or you can do it in 2 steps, okay? But basically what we're doing is finding the negative reciprocal, okay? Now, a negative reciprocal, all that means is you're timesing this number by negative 1, okay? So if your slope is 3 on 2, and what we're doing is timesing it by negative 1, it now becomes negative 3 on 2, okay? That's what it goes to, okay? If your number was, hypothetically speaking, minus 3 on 2, and you times it by negative 1, it would become positive 3 on 2. Negative times a negative is positive, okay? So the first step, times it by negative 1. The second step is to make it a reciprocal, okay? And what a reciprocal means is all you have to do is flip it upside down, okay? So in this case, to make it a reciprocal, we put the 2 on the top and the 3 on the bottom, and the negative stays there. All right, so all we did was flip those numbers to make it a reciprocal. Now this is the slope of a line that is perpendicular to this line. It runs at 90 degrees to this line. All you have to do is those two things, make it negative and perform the reciprocal. Okay, so we've found the slope of this line. The slope of this perpendicular line is equal to minus 2 on 3. So we can begin to write out the equation of this line. It's going to be y equals minus 2 on 3 times x plus c. So we want to find the y-intercept, and again we know that it goes through this point here, 1, 1. So when x is 1, y is 1 as well. And so to calculate c, then we just have to put that information in here. 1 equals minus 2 on 3 times by 1 plus c. Okay, and you can just rearrange that. We're going to have plus 2 on 3 over here. So c is equal to 5 on 3. Okay, so then we need to write out the answer in general form. All right, we've got the slope and we've got the c value. So therefore, the perpendicular line has the general form y equals minus 2 on 3 times x plus 5 on 3. And that is the general form of a line that is perpendicular to these two lines. Okay? So that's how we calculate it.